What up, fam jam? Justin here with River Kids and River Run Church. Happy Turkey Week! Wait. Because of that, we know that this week is going to look a lot different for many of you, be it travel, be it the kids are off from school, whatever it looks like, this week is going to look a little different as far as your schedule is concerned. But hopefully you've had a chance to kind of look, like we talk about a lot, and budgeted your time out a little week, and you'll get a chance to talk through what we're talking about this week. This week actually allows us for two different opportunities. One is what we were talking about on Sunday with your kids, but also this is really the time when we can talk to our kids about being thankful and grateful for the things that we have. Now, of course, we want to do that all year long, but this is absolutely one of those times that it is a huge focus, and so that can be a great conversation as well. Quickly dive into the conversation we're having this week so you guys can get it and go and get ready to hang out with family and friends and eat a whole bunch of food. This week we're in John chapter 21, right at the end of the Gospel of John, verses 1 through 17. If you remember, last week, Peter done messed up. When asked if he knew Jesus when Jesus was arrested, Peter denies him 3 times. However, at this point, Jesus has risen. He has resurrected from the dead. What? And he is appearing to his disciples after this and encouraging them and giving them more instruction and all of those kinds of things. But before Jesus appears in this particular account that we're talking to, Peter does the only thing that he knows how to do. Like, well, Jesus is gone, I don't know what to do now, I'm just gonna go fishing again. Long story short, they go fishing, Jesus shows up, and they are able to have a nice little campfire meal with him on the beach, which sounds pretty nice, actually. And Jesus asks Peter several different times if Peter loves him. Peter's a little frustrated by this and a little confused by this at first, but what you begin to see is that there's a parallel between Peter denying Jesus and Jesus asking Peter if he loves them, and then he gives him some further instruction. It is an absolutely amazingly redemptive, loving, caring, supportive, shepherding conversation, all of those words that Jesus has with Peter. It's absolutely amazing. It's an example of how we can talk to each other, but it's also an example of how Jesus was helping Peter to understand. Even though he messed up before, in John 21, 1 through 17, we really get a chance to see a launch pad for Peter to become a huge part of Jesus' movement in the early church that is now still continuing. Obviously, here we are 2,000 or over 2,000 years later. So Peter becomes a huge part of that, and this conversation really is a big launch pad for that. So how cool is that? And lastly, let's not forget to cement 1 John 4:19 into our minds. It's our last week with that. We know again that you're going to be celebrating Thanksgiving stuff and all of that, but just really want to cement that in because, man, if you want to be grateful for something and thankful for something, we love because he first loved us. I mean, that's just an amazing truth right there. All of us at River Kids and at River Run Church have an awesome week. Have a safe week if you're traveling. Just travel safe. Have an awesome time with friends and family, and we can't wait to see you back later this week.